Now to the stage here, two of my friends and colleagues, Chief Executive of Index, John Kampfner, and Joe Glanville, who edits the magazine. They're going to come and do a double act, I think.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's great to be among so many supporters and so many friends, and in the case of Index, that's usually the same thing. I hope you're enjoying the evening so far. At this time of year, as we laud our prize winners from around the world with two absolutely inspirational figures that we're proud of to have here with us tonight, I remember what Index is for and why we are here. I'd like to thank our judges this year, David Rowan, Lindsay Hilsum, Guguletu Moyu, Hans-Ulrich Obrist, for their expertise and their commitment to the cause of free expression, and I think you would agree, for picking some very worthy winners. Ladies and gentlemen, there have been times this past year where I've had to blink. Being in Mexico, listening to the stories of regional journalists, their lives threatened, friends killed or abducted as they tried to go about their work in towns run by drugs gangs. Closer to home, standing on the stage of the Young Vic Theatre, introducing, somewhat haplessly I must admit, Sir Ian McKellen before a capacity audience who had come to watch the best of British actors perform with the Belarus Free Theatre. And then less theatrically, the publication, as you've heard already, of the draft defamation bill. Not perfect, yes. Much work still to be done for sure, but a massive improvement on what we've had before. We were proud to be at the forefront of the libel reform campaign, together with our colleagues at English Pen, at Sense About Science, with a number of crucial individuals, Lord Leicester and the former MP, and hopefully one day again MP, Evan Harris, and others too. A campaign that persuaded this government to change a hideous law that has chilled free speech around the world. Good work with passion and professionalism, with impact and outcome. I'd like to pay tribute to Jonathan Dimbleby, who has been an exemplar of a chairman, and to our great and to our growing staff, my deputy Rohan Jayasekara, David Sewell, Emily Butsalar, Podrick Reedy, Natasha Schmidt, Mike Harris, Julia Farrington, Lizzie Rusbridger, Clara Klupata, Eve Jackson, and most recently our new head of events, Sarah Rhodes. This has been a remarkable year for Index on Censorship, now the go-to destination for all free expression issues around the world, the morally black and white examples of oppression to the more complicated shades of grey. We've done this through our growing website, with 6 new regional editors based in Iran, Mexico, China, Egypt, and the USA, to our international projects, our arts work, our advocacy, our conferences, and our events. And we've done it, as ever, through our award-winning magazine, whose excellent editor, as you all know, is Joe Glanville.
Thank you, John. Good evening, everyone. I know you're not really supposed to have favourites working for an organisation like Index on Censorship, but the Middle East has always been very, very close to my heart. So this has been a particularly exciting year, and I'm very moved and thrilled to have Sami Ben-Garbir and Ibrahim Issa with us here tonight to make it, a really important occasion. And after all, it's about them more than it is about us. It's about the people out there who are on the front line, much more than it is about us, and that's what we're remembering and honouring here tonight. I'd also like to say a very big thank you to the writers. There are many writers here tonight, I'm delighted to see, who write for the magazine and for the website. And we obviously couldn't do our work without you. Your ideas, your enthusiasm, and the immense courage that so many of our writers around the world demonstrate on a daily basis in continuing to fight for freedom of speech. I'd also like to say a special thank you to Sage, to Ziad, and to his colleagues who are here tonight. And they make the whole job of editing Index that much more enjoyable. And a very big thank you as well to the very talented and committed editorial team who I work with on a daily basis. There are moments when standing up for freedom of speech can test you to the very limits, whether it's the joys of dealing with the English Defence League or the particular pleasures of certain Sky Sports presenters. And I'm very lucky to work with colleagues who won't let me get away with any prejudice of any kind. Thank you.
As Joe has pointed out, Index is much more than an organisation. It's a cause. It's about alerting the world to the chilling effect on free expression. It's about affecting change where we can. It's about giving voice to those who would be silenced. We've done it for getting on for 4 decades. As someone might have said, traditional values in a modern setting. A number of events and publications, online and offline, will mark our 40th anniversary next year, and we will invite all of you and many more besides to be part of that, to be partners, to be patrons of Index at 40. We could have done none of this over the years without our funders. Their commitment to our values and to our work is inestimable. We would like to thank them. Shortly, we'll have one final award for the evening, the special category with deserving winners to be introduced by Sir Tom Stoppard. But before that, it's time for you to do something. You'll have lots of fun too, I promise you. So when the time comes, please raise your hand, bid high and higher still. Yes, it's time for the auction. We have the most incredible prizes this year. Enormous thanks to those who have donated and to those who have brought in those prizes and those donations. So please welcome your auctioneer, Nick Stewart.